What's good, y'all? It's your boy Epiphany the Beast, and welcome to ETB Hoops. Today we're going to be talking about the Russel Westbrook situation immediately after Paul George decided to go to the Clippers. So right now, Russel Westbrook is in trade talks to be moved from the Oklahoma City Thunder, the team that he's been with for, I think, 10 plus seasons, going on to either 12 or 11 seasons with Oklahoma City Thunder. He's been at it with Kevin Durant and James Harden, just Kevin Durant by himself, with Paul George for 2 years, and they had the most success probably with Kevin Durant and James Harden when they went to the finals. Lost in the conference finals when they came back, when the Warriors came back 3-1 on them, and then last year and the year before that, they've, I think, been kicked out the second round, first or second round. You know, Russel Westbrook has had his struggles with success and with winning in the Western Conference. Now that he's in a team that looks like they're going to be rebuilding for the next couple of years, and it's best for him to find his way out of Oklahoma City. He's been talking to Sam Presti, the GM, to see what are some possible trade destinations. I'm hearing Miami, I'm hearing New York, and I'm hearing the Lakers as well. I think they're looking more towards Miami. Miami's already offered them a package, so Pat Riley's doing his thing over there, trying to get Russell in. And there's no taxes on any of their money as well, so that's going to be a pretty decent trade destination. My personal opinion on Russel Westbrook, I love him as a player. I feel like he gets a lot of slack for, people say his usage rate is super high, he takes a lot of shots, he's not a good teammate, he steals rebounds and things like that, but at the end of the day, it's all basketball. I don't think he's doing that. I think he just plays with his heart. He plays with his heart. He plays hard every single possession, every single play, always diving after loose balls, and he really loves his city, and he really loves the game as well. So along with him being a great player on the court, he's also a great person off the court. He's done a lot for Oklahoma City. He's always been there when they've had disastrous weather, giving back to the community. Much respect to him. He's also an MVP winner. He's also put up ridiculous numbers within the league as well. I think his second or third straight year with averaging a triple-double. He's absolutely shattering the records. I think a lot of people leave him out of the list of the top 10, the top 5 guards. Really, I feel like he's a top 3 guard in the league as well. Just that dynamic of a player. You know, there's not a lot of point guards out there. When people look back years later and say these are the people, these are the players that changed their position, they can say that Russel Westbrook definitely changed the way their position looked. Because if you look back 20 years ago, there is no point guard like Russel Westbrook. He came into the league as a shooting guard, developed his game, developed his passing ability, his rebound, and his athleticism to become such a phenomenal player. Yes, he lacks shooting with, compared against guys like Kyrie Irving and Steph Curry, but I think he makes up for it with his just extreme athleticism, just has a will to win. A lot of people can't say that he lacks being a leader, because he does not. He really leads his team, and he tries to bring out the best out of every single player on the floor. I think Miami would be a pretty good fit. He'll be there with Jimmy Butler, both players who play extremely hard, very cutthroat guys. That's going to be a pretty nasty backcourt if they decide to run the 1 and the 2. I know they've included a package that had Tyler Hero in there. I will make a summer league standout video and have about Tyler Hero, because he's been doing phenomenal in the summer league. But I know they had a package, Miami had a package that had Hero involved in it. I know they're probably rethinking that now with how successful he's been. He can definitely be a great scorer off the bench. He's just, he can definitely light it up. So I know they're probably going to reconsider something like that. But I do end up seeing him in a Miami uniform before free agency is over. It's going to be really, really weird. I think him and Steph Curry would probably be the 2 players who, it'd just be real odd seeing them in another uniform, because they've been with their teams for so long. And I was having a discussion with some of my friends, saying that, or asking them if can Russel Westbrook still maintain his legacy to become a legend if he goes on to another team. And yes, because there's a lot of factors that play into that, because he stayed with Oklahoma City. They could not build a team around him. Well, they did, but they could not win. They got to Game 7 right before going into the finals to play the Cavs, when they lost to the Warriors in 7 games, when the Warriors came back on them. They almost had it. Like, literally, they could have done that same thing again next year with Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook, had they have stayed together and Kevin Durant had not left after that season, and went ahead and won a championship. But once he left, now there's just Russell Westbrook. Now Russell Westbrook's by himself doing it all, and that's when the triple-doubles start coming. And success didn't come along with that. He just had no team around him. They just could not compete at all within the West. Paul George comes. They get somewhat better. You know, they're saying, oh, playoff P. But Paul George going crazy. They lost in the second round to the Jazz in, I think, 5 games. It looked real bad. The next season after that, Paul George, hey, I'm going to resign. Come back to the Oklahoma City. Everyone's excited. Russell Westbrook's pretty excited. And they lose in the playoffs again, I think, in the first or second round. So, obviously, the Thunder could not get it done. Russell Westbrook stayed as loyal as possible. Re-signed that huge contract. And I know that's going to play a big factor in where he gets traded as well. You know, what team can really take on that really monster deal that he has, you know, regarding how old he's getting as well. So, I feel like it'd have to be a team that's really close to contending within the next couple of years, or a team that, I guess, wants to make ticket sales and they have a lot of cap space and can take on his contract. But I think he really wants to go to a team that can contend and play with players. Help him get a championship. Help him get a championship. Now, if he goes on to that other team and wins, that's just going to be even sweeter for him. Is Russell Westbrook a legend? Yes, of course. He's definitely had a numerous amount of games, numerous amount of times where he's proven himself that, hey, I've transformed my position. I've transcended my position into an all-around terrific point guard. I won an MVP, and I've stayed loyal to my team as much as I possibly could until, you know, I've given this team my all. It's time to move on to a different organization. And I feel like I said, big city teams can't contend for a championship. It's really hard for small city teams like the Utah Jazz, big market teams, Utah Jazz, Denver Nuggets, teams like that, to go and win a championship. I've already discussed that in a previous video. But now that going to a team like Miami in a big city that's won championships in this 2010 era, yes, it is possible for him to go on, team up with Jimmy Butler, maybe a couple more pieces, and contend for a championship in the East. Because the East is wide open now with Kawhi gone. The Boston Celtics still having their problems. Giannis lost to Kawhi in Game 7. In 6 games. So it's wide open. Who knows who's gonna come out the East this year? The West looking pretty loaded. So it would be pretty smart for him to go ahead to the East, get a little less competition, and we'll see what he can do. He'll tear it up wherever team he goes to. But yeah, that's what I say about Russell Westbrook. Wish him all the best. Leave in the comments below your opinion on Russell Westbrook. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, and hit that bell for post notifications. Peace.